Maybelline, where is it? It's really not practical. So I'm just going to go in a little bit with a, oh wow. She spilled. Yep. This video is a hot mess. Welcome to my channel. I can't believe it's already back to school time. I am so happy that I don't go back to school because I hated school so much. Whenever I saw those commercials come on or saw the school items in the stores, it was just like this huge feeling of dread coming over me. I hated school so much. So for anyone who's in the same position who hates school and has to go back, you can do it. Just keep pushing through. You got this, and before you know it, you'll be out of school and things will be better. So that's my little advice for the day. So in today's video, I'm showing you guys how to achieve this quick and easy natural drugstore makeup look for school. I'm going to be doing a couple of more drugstore makeup tutorials for school in the next coming weeks, so keep on coming back to my channel if you need some school makeup inspiration, because girl, I got you, okay? I got you. So, without further ado, let's get started with today's makeup look. Okay, ignore my disgusting undercut. We're just gonna forgive and forget about that one, okay? So, we're gonna start off with the face today because I'm not gonna be working with any kinds of dark shadows, so I don't have to worry about fallout. So, the first thing I'm gonna do is go in and prime. Today, I will be using my NYX Angel Veil Primer. You can find this at Ulta. They also sell it at Target. I am just going to put this all... Okay, make sure you shake it up, otherwise it's gonna separate. I am actually just gonna put this on with a stippling brush because why not? This is the BH Cosmetics number 9 brush. I like using this for primer, moisturizer, anything where I'm kind of just going to be going all over the face, and I'm too lazy to do it any other way. For foundation, I will be using my Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation. I have mine in the shade 220. I am so sorry if you can hear wind from the fan. This room is a solid 100 degrees. It is so hot outside. I have so many lights on, so I am so sorry for the wind, but if I didn't have my fan on, I would literally be melting right now. So I'm going to be applying that with my Stands Out Beauty sponge, and I'm just going to work this in all over my face. I really do love this sponge so much, you guys. It is the coolest makeup sponge I have ever tried because it is so similar to memory foam. It blends in your makeup so quickly because of how big this side is right here. Go get you a Stands Out Beauty sponge if you don't have one yet, because it's only a matter of time until this brand just completely takes off. For concealer, I will be using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I have mine in the lightest shade. I've never used this before, so I'm curious to see how I like it. I prefer my under eye to be very bright, which is why I got it in this shade. As you can see, it is much lighter than my foundation, but it's gonna blend out really nicely, hopefully. I haven't used it, so who knows. And I'm just gonna be using this side of my sponge right here just to tap this in and blend it out. I'm trying to get more into drugstore makeup and drugstore products because you guys seem to really like when I use it on my channel. I like to use drugstore on my channel because I know not everyone can go out and purchase high-end makeup, as it is pretty expensive. So I just like using drugstore because it's easy to find, it's affordable, and a lot of the drugstore products have really been just killing the game lately. So if you guys have any drugstore products you want me to use on my channel, leave those down below because I need some suggestions on what to pick up. So I'm just going to use a little bit more of this concealer just right under my eye here. Not so much to brighten up that under eye, but just to add some more coverage because I like a full coverage under eye. I want it to look like I'm alive, living, and full of energy when I never am. What's energy? Beats me. Just tapping that away, blend, blend, blend. And then I'm also just going to bring this onto my lid as primer. And then I'm just going to put, like I said, a little bit down my nose here, here, and here, just so that I don't have a super stark under eye and then nothing on the face. Does that make sense? Yeah. So for everyone going back to school this year, I am so sorry. Personally, I never liked school. I was just never a fan. So back to school time was just like one of my least favorite times of the year because I just knew that I was gonna be miserable all the time. So for anyone going back to school, I feel you, girl. You got this. You can do this. You got this. You got this. Moving on to powder. I'm going to be using my Airspun Loose Face Powder, and I'm going to use this to set my under eye and the center of my face. I have to say, this powder has a great price point and it works well, but I just really hate the smell of it. I don't know why. I'm not a fan. It just reminds me of like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the smell. It has a very like makeup smell to it, if that makes sense. It reminds me of like how lipsticks used to smell back in the day. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, please leave a comment below so I don't feel like I'm the only person. But it just has a scent to it and I'm just not a fan. But the product works great, so you know, I really can't. I'm not gonna complain, even though I just did. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take a powder brush and I am going to just put the rest of this powder onto my face. This is not going to add any additional coverage. It's just gonna make sure that when I go in with the rest of my face products that they don't stick to the foundation and look patchy. I want to do a couple of back to school videos, so if there's any specific kind of look or any kind of hairstyles or anything like that that you guys want to see, let me know down below so I know and I can film those for you guys. Moving on to bronzer. Today I'm going to be using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This product just never gets old for me, so I'm just going to go in and put this right here on my cheekbone. I'm also going to bring this onto my jawline and down my neck because you always want to blend, and then on my temple and forehead right here. Then I always bring bronzer over my nose because whenever I get tan, that is something that always gets a bit darker than the rest of my face. For blush today, I'm going to be using my Sonia Kashuk blush in the shade Flamingo, and I'm just going to put this onto the high points of my cheeks right above where I put that bronzer. I like to apply my blush in more of an angled shape because it kind of just helps to add to that like pulled back angled face look, whereas if I put it on the apples of my cheeks right here, it would kind of pull that area down. So I prefer on my face and my face shape to apply my blush like this. For a highlighter today, I'm going to go in with my Morphe and Bretman Rock Babe in Paradise highlighting palette, and I'm going to use this shade right here in the shade Vacation. I'm just going to spray my face with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus and then apply this to my cheekbones. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so now that we are done with the face, I'm going to move on to brows. And normally I would go in with a brow pencil. However, I feel like when you're getting ready for school in the morning, no one really wants to carve out their brows. I mean, unless you're into that, then you do you. But I'm actually just going to be taking a tinted brow gel. And this is one of the products that I'm using today that unfortunately is not drugstore because I have yet to pick up a drugstore brow product. But I'm going to be using my Gimme Brow Gel by Benefit. So what I like to do when I use, I'm going to zoom you in. What I like to do when I use this product is I wiggle it in between my brow hairs like this. As you can see that it's getting the pigmentation off of the brush. And then I just go and continue to do that throughout the whole brow. And then once I have the product down, I will go in and brush my brows into place. Just like that. And then, you know, get that out of there. Look at the difference, and all I used was a brow gel. So then all I'm going to do is just go in back with a little bit of this concealer and just go in and clean up my brows, just because that brow gel did leave a little bit of residue on the top of my brows here. Okay, so for the eyes, this look is so freaking easy. You guys have no idea. I'm just gonna dip back into my bronzer. So I am just going to work this right through this crease area here. And you guys can build this up if you want to, or you can even go in with a brown shadow. I just wanted to show you guys that you can easily reuse products you used on your face and your eyes to not only make your makeup application go by quicker, but also just to add more to the natural side of your makeup look, if that makes sense. This is my L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Amber Rush. You can see it's kind of like a pressed pigment in the way that it comes off. You can see just how pigmented this is. It's so beautiful. It's like the perfect shade to kind of just wake your eyes up and add a little something something without doing a full smoky eye, because ain't nobody got time for that in the morning, okay? So I'm literally just going to dip into this with my finger, apply it to my lid. It's as easy as that. I loved using products like this when I was in school, like the Maybelline Color Tattoo shadows I used a lot. These L'Oreal shadows are great. They're just so quick and easy to work with, but they look like you took time to do your makeup, and they're so freaking pretty. What I like about this product as well is it's buildable, so you can go in and build it up so it's like this, or you can literally just like tap it on your lid just so you have like a bit of a sheen. But I like to go in and build it up so that it's a bit more pigmented. Then just going back in with some of that bronzer and using it to just go in this crease area here just to slightly blend things out. Okay, so I am going to tightline my waterline. I love doing this whenever I do my makeup anytime just because it makes your lashes look that much more full. But I'm just going to be using my Marc Jacobs liner because I can't find my drugstore liner right now. Go figure. So I'm just going to put this into my waterline and run it back and forth. For mascara today, I'm going to be using my Falsie's Big Eye Mascara. This is by Maybelline, and I am just going to coat my lashes with this so that they look nice and full. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of black liner throughout my waterline just to add a little bit of definition to this look. And then I'm just going to go back in with that bronzer and use it to just blend out my lower lash line. Alright, and for lips, I'm just going to be putting on some of my Revlon Kiss Plumping Lip Cream. This is in the shade Barely Blush. So this completes today's makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is definitely more on the natural side. I am going to be doing more back to school tutorials where I kind of go just on different levels of makeup, whether it's a little bit more dramatic, more natural, whatever. I just want to do some back to school videos for you guys. So if there's any kind of look in particular that you want to see, leave a comment down below letting me know. If you want to join this crew we've got going here on YouTube, just click that subscribe button. Click that subscribe button right down below, and with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.